Hi, this is Aness, and in this video we are going to cover the first most important risk, the allocation risk. So we saw earlier that some people are pure healers, they heal themselves, they inflict no damage, and some people are going to take way too much risk and explode their rocket halfway. You want to build a portfolio and you want to allocate it wisely. We saw some examples in the previous videos. I'm going to give you some tips here. Never invest more than 1% of your portfolio in a stock that doesn't belong to the S&P 500. This is going to save you a lot of troubles in the future, right? Never invest more than 10% or maybe 3 times the S&P 500 allocation into a stock, unless you understand what you're doing and you know your risks. And if you trade options, never invest more than 1% into one option play and wait to see how I do it if you want. But do not take risks you cannot control or do not understand. Okay, and this is not a joke. I'm going to scare you. I'm going to scare you in other videos. And so here there is a quote from Socrates: to know is to know that you know nothing. Okay, that is the meaning of true knowledge. Okay, because you know what you know, but you don't know what you don't know. Okay, and it's too easy to come and say, okay, I'm going to buy it because Aness is buying it, but you don't know what else I have. You don't know what's my wealth, and you cannot take risks you don't understand. Okay, so I want you to take a minute to go through all the content, and if you start trading stocks or options, take a minute to see what others are doing and try with paper trading first. And don't rely on your success, because success doesn't guarantee future outcome. Okay? Anyways. And so ignore anyone who is 100% confident. Okay? You don't know what you don't know. You know only what you know. And it's the same for everyone. It's the same for me. Okay? So anyone who is 100% sure, they are limited by their ignorance, okay? I don't know, you don't know, even Jon Snow, he doesn't know, okay? Now, statistically, there is some success, okay? So 80% of the time, maybe it's going to work, okay? But if you go all in, you're going to miss the stats. You're not going to get the stats if you go all in. And same thing, if you go buy 10 stocks, now you're not going to have maybe 80%, because it depends on the market you are in. Okay? Sometimes the market is a bull run, sometimes it's a bearish market. So the stats, it works over a year, over 2 years. It doesn't work over 2 days. Okay? And it doesn't work over 1 month. If you get in a bear market, the market is going to screw you. Sorry for the bad words, but I want you to understand that this is serious. Okay, I'm making you laugh, but it's not funny. So understand your risk. We're going to go through it in a nice way and politely and very respectfully. But you have to understand that it's not because things go well that it will always go well. But if you manage your risks, if you learn how to do it, it will always go well. Okay? So thanks for watching. Sorry, I don't want to give you a heart attack, but you have to understand that it's very funny and it's very nice to make money and it's very exciting, but there is a real risk behind, okay? So please take a minute to relax and look at this video again, and let's move forward. Speak soon.